Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this series of sessions, we've been looking at how do we look at or which chart is best suited for our particular data, and when do we use which chart within Power BI. So in the previous video, as part of the introduction, we had looked through what are the different visuals that are available within Power BI desktop, right? So we just looked at the list of all the different charts that are there, and we've also looked at the very basic chart, which is bar chart, and we've understood when do we use a bar chart within Power BI. So now in this video, we will be looking at the other types of bar charts that are available, and how do we build that particular chart, and when do we use such charts within Power BI. So now let's get into the video. So we had looked at the very basic chart in the previous video. So now we will be looking at the other charts, which is the column stacked column chart or the clustered bar chart. Okay, so if you notice, the names might be different, but all of these charts are still the same. Like it's still the bar chart. Okay, so depending on how the orientation of that particular chart has been considered, the names have been changed accordingly. So clustered is nothing but grouping of multiple elements together, right? So let's understand how we can build this particular chart and what is the importance of using a clustered bar chart in Power BI. So for that, I will just select this particular chart from the visualization pane, and I will try to add the fields on my respective visualization axis and the values accordingly, right? So as you notice here, it is showing you that the bars that have been populated or that would be populated based on our data is nothing but a side by side bar chart. So let's understand how do we build this chart now. So I would like to perform an analysis or compare my metrics based on sales and profit to understand how are these two measure values been performing based on a specific region. Okay, so here I had made this region on my x-axis, or it's the y-axis here. So based on my region, I would like to perform the comparison between these two measure values, which is my sales and the profit value, and these two measure values I had placed them within my values pane. Okay, so now when once I place these two measures on my values pane, I see that the clustered bar chart has been created on its own. So let's understand when do we use this particular clustered bar chart. So this clustered bar chart would uh, help us to provide that comparison among the multiple measures that we would like to compare to each other, and based on a same category or based on the same dimension. If you would like to perform this multiple measures evaluation or comparison, you can go with this particular clustered bar chart. So as you notice here, the profits for each of the respective regions is quite low when it is compared to that of the sales, right? And especially for the south region, you notice that it has the lowest number of sales and also the lowest number of profit. However, the west region has got the highest sales with respect to the other regions, but it also has the highest profit. So in this way, you are able to make this comparison between two different metrics together based on a same category or based on the same dimension. Okay, so this is when you can go with the clustered bar chart within Power BI. Now the same can be converted into a clustered column chart. So if you select the clustered column chart, the visual is still the same except that the orientation of how it has been presented, right? So when we've selected this clustered bar chart, the bars have been aligned in the horizontal fashion, and therefore it has been named as a clustered bar chart. But when you convert this into a clustered column chart, the bar charts have been shifted from the horizontal orientation to a vertical manner, and that's where this clustered column chart will come into place. Okay, so this is the only difference. Otherwise, the concept and the when we use this particular chart is still the same between both of these together. Okay, so I hope you understood this video, and this topic, when do you go with a clustered bar and a clustered column chart. So in the next video we will look at the stacked charts in Power BI. Thank you.